Last question, and then we'll take sort of a quick breather while we collect the questions that you guys have been collating over there, and then we'll start again. So this question: during the past year, PVE has seen a breakdown of courtesy, decorum, and respect during some council meetings. There are some officials and residents who feel that they've been either personally attacked and or stated that they feel intimidated. Are there guidelines that apply or should apply to council member behavior regarding topic, tone, and content of speeches? If there are, do you favor consistent application of those guidelines? And what other actions are you willing to take to address this particular issue? And I believe, Jennifer, to start with you.
I think it's me.
Yep.
You know, I think unfortunately there's been a breakdown in civility by everyone. Council members should probably be held to a higher standard, and so I do think that perhaps we need to think a little bit more before we speak to our residents about things. But generally, I do think it's just sort of endemic in our community and perhaps even the country. So I would like to see us increase our civility in person, in council meetings, and online.
Thank you. Michael?
I'll agree with many of the words that you just said, Jennifer, but let me also add that I think that some of what's gone on pre and post Measure E and recently, and the continual throwing under the bus publicly of either council members or our treasurer, is absolutely unacceptable. I think we need to enforce and have in place Robert's Rules of Order. I think we need to actually treat this like the public forum that it is and act like grown adults. So I would enforce and support and encourage our current and our pending mayor to do that, and would beg for progress in the city and the return to civility.
Thank you. Betty Lynn?
No, we preach civility and kindness and acceptance, but I know a lot of us don't really follow it. And national level, you know, local level, that's really how people are starting to treat each other, because in distrust, in discourse, some people thrive very well. At the council, when people are speaking, you know, there's actually no rules of how long council members get to speak. People coming in front of the podium, they have 3 minutes. And no matter what they say, we sit there and we listen, because this is the courtesy that we give them. So as the mayor, I try to run my meetings and bring it back to let's do our business instead of attacking each other, because that's not how I want my meetings to run. We have business to get to, and we can always do it in a respectful manner. And for me, that has to be shown by leadership. I will treat you with respect, but then in turn, I would like that from whoever's speaking at the podium as well.
Well, I would agree with most of the comments, or if not all the comments that have been made about respect and decorum that needs to be improved. I think we should put ourselves above the level of having banners back and forth. They can do those on private. I don't believe it's a public forum that should take place. I also think that the council could probably benefit by following more rules, Robert's Rules of Order, which I don't think they follow as closely as I might desire. And I think that might help bring a little bit more structure and decorum to those meetings.
Thank you. Kevin?
You know, I come from the city of Los Angeles, and I don't know if you've ever been to a city council meeting.
With your brass knuckles.
This is like a tea party. But agreeing with all my colleagues, the bottom line is we need to be civil. This is not personable. This is, you know, we're all friends. We're all neighbors. We're all here to do the right thing. And we're not going to agree all the time, but the bottom line is you can't take it personal. Everybody up here has a different idea of how to do something, but everybody wants to do the right thing. So that's all. Be respectful.
Right. Victoria?
So, you know, as I like to say, it's important that we disagree without being disagreeable. It's important to critique ideas and concepts and not criticize people or attack people personally. I did actually recently have occasion to look up the rules of order for our city council meetings. It's actually not Roberts, it's actually Rosenberg, I learned, which is a a more updated version of Roberts, but same general concept. I'll just, maybe respectfully point out that it is the mayor's job to bring up a point of order and enforce a point of order when we've moved from critiquing ideas to criticizing and attacking people. So I would just say that again, strong leadership, it's not fun to have to stand up and interject or interrupt someone or stop a train of thought if it's going down a wrong tangent. But that's part of leadership, and you have to do it.
Thank you all very much. We're going to take a 2 or 3 minute break here while we kind of collect the questions. The clock on the wall right now says 8:28. So if you leave your seats, please be back here by 8:31 because that's when we're starting.